So what we're going to do today we are going to learn how to make an animation. So can anyone tell me what kind of file format use animated images on internet? Do you guys happen to know? So this format is called GIF. You probably, yeah, GIF, or some people say GIF. You've probably seen some moving images on your phones, when like someone is constantly doing the same thing, like repeatedly, like eating something or dancing. So those are actually called GIF animations. Now we're gonna make one today on what's called on Photopea. All right. So let's do a simple one today. What do you say, guys? Should we go with a simple animation today? All right. So let me make a simple animation. Just want to explain you something. I'm gonna give you some examples, and then I'm gonna do the actual assignment. You guys cannot copy my work. You have to do your own animation. Is that clear? So here's an example how we do the animation. Now, when you guys click on new project, just pick. Let's make it 500 by 500. All right. So I'm trying to keep the size of the canvas smaller because it's an animation. It's not gonna have too much on it, just a simple animation. So let's set it 500 by 500. You can set the white background to be white, and then just click on create, and there's your page. So please let's do it, everybody. So first, I'm gonna try to make a bouncing ball. All right. So naturally, ball should fall from the height. So when it hits the ground, what happens to the ball, guys? No, it bounces. But if you like slow dance, like if you do slow motion, well, what something happens to the ball that we don't see? It gets like squished a little bit, right? All right, so I'm gonna do that too. Normally, since it's happening fast, you don't see it. But if you guys do a slow motion, you're gonna see that your ball is getting a little like smashed, like pushed, because gravity has a pulling force, right? And its mass make its volume change a little bit, but you guys, of course, don't see it. Now let's do that. So to do that, guys, I'm going to use a tool called Ellipse. It's right here. It's called Ellipse. The shortcut is U, but U has like multiple options under it. We have custom shapes, parametric shape, line, ellipse, rectangle. I want to use the ellipse today. All right. So let's get the ellipse. Okay. And after that, I want to change this to shape. Okay. Because it's originally comes as a path. Let's do the shape. And then let's change the fill to any color of your choice. I'm going to go with a blue color, and I'm going to make my circle right here, which will represent the ball. Okay, that's the ball. Now, so that's the ball. So let's do this. So we have it. Next step is I'm going to look over here. What do you guys see here? I have shape one and then background, right? Okay, so let's do this. Let's copy this. Let's change it to ball one. So double click on here where it says shape one, and then just change it to uh, ball one. All right. So that's the first thing we did. Now, you know that animations are actually multiple frames, right? So what I'm trying to do here is trying to make multiple frames, run them fast, and make it look like an animation. Now, does everybody have it? The next step is, if you have background and ball one, we're gonna make a right click on the ball one here, and then make a duplicate. Or if you know the shortcut for it, you guys remember the shortcut for duplicating the layer? Control J. You can either click on Control J, it's a shortcut, or you can make right click and then duplicate the layer. Either way works. Now, you do the second, and then you name it ball 2. So in double click, erase the copy 1, and then just put it 2. All right. Now, guys, look. So how many layers do I have right now? 2. Now, let's uncheck the second ball, make it invisible like this. All right. So that's where my first ball is, right? Okay. Now it's going to be falling. So falling means relocating, right? So this is what we're going to do. So right now I'm seeing ball number 1. I need to click on uncheck ball number 1. Check the ball number 2. Click on the ball and then just pull it down. Like bring it down a bit. So what tool do we use to bring it down? Move tool, which is here. Our shortcut is letter V. So click on V and then just pull it down a little bit. All right. You can use arrow tool to make it sure it's like aligned perfectly. So look what I have. I have first and I have the second. You see? I have 2 frames. Ball 1, ball 2. Now, guess what we're going to do next? Duplicate the ball 2. All right. Uncheck ball 2. Double click on ball 2 copy and then change it to ball 3. So do you guys get what I'm doing? I'm just creating duplicates of each, and every time I need to move the ball a little bit down. And again, let's move this down like this. Or so I have ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. You see? So ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. Now what we're going to do next is we are going to duplicate it one more time. So the ball 3. There we go. And then just move it down like this. So you see I have 4 balls now. And then name it ball 4. There we go. Let's make sure everybody. So since we have 4, now the last one, when it interacts with the floor, it deforms a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna uncheck this first, second, and third. Just want to see the last one. So let's make another duplicate of the last one. Duplicate it. Okay, you can uncheck the one before it. So what number ball is gonna be? Like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's gonna be 5. Let's erase it and make it 5. So the fifth one, it'll get the one which is deforming. All right. How does it deform, guys? It's no, not like this. Hold on. Okay, resizing it doesn't help, guys. To deform this, you know which tool I'm gonna use? I'm going to use pen. I'm gonna use the pen. Okay, but I'm going to use direct select pen. So just use direct select pen. All right, so you see this anchor points? That's gonna allow you to make it a little bit like it's deformed, like this. All right, there we go. So that's the ball number 5. Okay. So just to be sure that it's been formed correctly, I want to change the last layer's color to red just temporarily. All right. And then make sure it has been, by the way, I'm using direct select tool. I need to make sure it is follows the contours of my the actual shape, like here. Because when it touches the ground, it does not completely deform, guys. It just a little bit deforms. All right. If you would see it on you would see it better if we could make it in a slow motion. Just like this. Here we go. Just like that. I mean, okay, by the way, maybe we can do a logo design later. All right, anyways, I'm going to change it back to blue. Now, guys, what do we have so far? We have, let's uncheck everything. So look what I have, guys. Switch back to move tool, letter V. So this is what I have so far. I have first ball, which is on the top, right? Then it moves down, and then it moves down, it moves down, and then it deforms, and then it next step is going to be it's gonna bounce off, right? All right, so let's duplicate the last layer. Okay, uncheck this, bring it back to original. So make it back to circle again, like this. And then Control V and then move it up. Now it's gonna move up. Like this. Control Z undoes things. We're not undoing it. We moving forward. We're making another. So look. So it was like that. It touches the ground and it bounces off and it's going up now. So this is the last ball number 7. Actual 6, my bad. Sorry, you're right. Okay, let's duplicate it again. And then this time we're gonna name it ball 7. And then make it move up. And you can uncheck the previous one. So you guys uncheck it after you move the other one. So this is ball 7. Let's make another duplicate. Okay. Let's move it up. And then uncheck the previous one. All right, guys. Just to explain you what's going on here. So first, we had a background, right? Now look, I'm gonna uncheck all the layers. I made them all invisible by unchecking this eye. Now I'm gonna check the first one. Look what the first layer looked like. First layer looked like this, right? Then you duplicated it, and then in the second one you moved it down, so it's gonna look like that. On the third one, it's gonna look like that. The fourth one, it's gonna look like that. By the way, let me uncheck the previous ones so you can easily see it. The fifth one is gonna look like this. The next one is gonna bounce off, and then the following one will go up, and then the following one will go up, and so on. So all these frames will run by one by one, and it's gonna look like it is animated. Now let's try to animate it, guys. How do we animate it now? So we have all the layers. All right, this is the easy part. That's the difficult part, by the way. My bad. So I'm gonna show you the easiest one now. So how do we? Okay, now how do we make the animation? Is easy. All you have to do is you need to click on the layer here, hold down the control, and make sure select all of them like this. Select all of them. Hold down control key and click on every layer. As you can see, all of them are selected, right? Right? After everything. After that, you are going to go to layer menu down here. And then you find animations. You see the animations? You have to click on make frames. Something will happen. It's on the layers here. So tell me what happened. Who can tell me? You hold down control key and then click on every layer. So what has changed here? Look over here, guys. Tell me. Look at the name. What happened? So it's added underscore a underscore. That's the way Photopea does it into a frame. Okay. Now the reason being is because it's an online platform, so it has to find a way. That's the only way they could have a solution. Now, same layers. We just added underscore a underscore before each name. Now we're gonna see if it animates. You're gonna click on File. On the file, you're gonna go to Export As and GIF, and do not save it. Just see if it's animated. You see? It's animated. So at this point, we made all the layers into frames. We need to save it as GIF. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna go to File, Export as GIF, give it a meaningful name. I will name it Bouncing Ball. All right, and its format GIF. Click on these three dots. If you're not sure if it's gonna save it on Google Drive, click on three dots. Click on Google Drive. Okay, click on this page. Proceed your credentials, like by clicking on the name. And you see bouncing-ball.gif will be saved in your Google Drive. Click on save. And then let's test it now. I'm going to go to my Google Drive and check it if it's there. Drive. It should be under recent. This is the one. So double click on it. You see? It is animated.